Hi, my name is Tricia Friedman, and this is the first in a series of videos that I'll be doing for Shifting Schools that helps us think about a pretty important question. What is the future of friendship, and how do AI-powered toys like this one, Miko 3, help us think about the answer to that question? My email address is here. I'll provide it at the end as well. We would love your feedback on this series, and we'd also love to know what your learning organization is doing to answer that question. The series is going to look at weaving together what the research tells us, what offline resources we might want to dig into, and also what we can learn from hands-on experience. So in this short video, I will be pointing you towards some 2023 research from a toy researcher. The name of the paper is Towards a Post-Digital World with Play Machines and Artificial Friends, as well as this incredible book that came out in 2024 entitled Robots Don't Make You Go to Bed. And then, of course, I will be talking to you about Miko 3. And if you head to Miko.ai, you'll see that the marketing for this toy says that it is artificial intelligence and genuine friendship. So, again, when we look at all three of these together, we're talking about companion AI. This is something that I'll be discussing over the course of the series. And for purposes essential at the start, I kind of want to give you a general definition of what companion AI is. It's talking about the systems that are created to offer emotional companionship and interactive play. Companion AI merges together physical and digital elements, and the tool is trying to function both to provide entertainment and develop our social emotional skills. Now, in that research paper, again, that is linked in the description of this video, this is a toy researcher, Dr. Heljaka, and on page 8 of that paper, she takes us back in time to the Tamagotchi. You might remember this toy, and when we think about toys that we have today in 2025, it helps to look back on the timeline of toys that have led up to this moment. So the researcher invites us really to be thinking about how toys have always maybe tried to manipulate us emotionally, but the difference is toys today are way more sophisticated. The researcher also really wants us to be thinking a lot more carefully and critically about how our toys shape what play is and help us think about what we want play to be and the role that that plays out in forming friendship. When she's talking about advice for designers of technology, of companion AI, of so-called artificial friends, she recommends that we think about designing our toys in a way that they promote intergenerational and collaborative play. So I'd invite you to pause for a moment, maybe think back to what your favorite toy was as a kid, or if you have a child or a young person in your life and you're aware of the toys that they're playing with, does that toy do this? Why is it important? I also want to make sure that when we are exploring the present as well as the future state of companion AI, we're really thinking about these three concepts. What are they doing to form a dependency on using them? Are they emotionally manipulative? And how are they making sure that privacy is upheld? So, turning to the Miko 3, that is my hands-on experimentation, as soon as you turn Miko 3 on, there is an app that the parent must install in order to have their child play with it. And there's a few critical features that they can play around with. So, yes, just like an Alexa device, Miko 3 can listen. The parent or caregiver can decide what that listening time is. And that would be, I think, a really interesting thing to experiment with. You're also asked, as the parent or caregiver, to tell Miko a little bit about your child's interests. And what's fascinating is once you've completed that setup, what does Miko tell you? Well, Miko says, hey, great. I'm now a new part of the family. So I really don't know how I felt about that comment. I found it slightly unsettling, but that's probably just a personal preference because when we look at companion AI, and I did a quick little engram search to see, well, how long have we really been talking about companion AI? When and where has it been showing up in books? And you can see in this search that looks at 1990 until today, we almost have like a hockey stick of movement. It's kind of going straight up right now. So for me, at my age, it's kind of newish. So yes, perhaps I am going to find it a little bit unsettling. Okay, I want to tell you quickly about this book because I think if you're having this conversation and you're thinking about to what extent do we like the idea of these toys? Are they going to be popular? If the toy is trying to engage children as a friend, what are we doing to have the conversation about human friendship and its significance? So, this is a really great book that takes you through a child sort of idealizing what a relationship with a robot could be. You can probably guess from the title, nope, the robot's not going to make you go to bed like the character in the book, who's a little bit upset at their bedtime. They come back around, as you might guess, and see why certain boundaries are in place with their parent. And they do that deliberating of when and where do I want to play with my robot friend, and when and where do I want to make sure that I'm prioritizing that human connection. So if you're looking for an offline resource to think about companion AI and what it might mean, this is a really fun book to discuss. Now, if you're thinking, this is, Tricia, what are you talking about? This seems like this is technology, the future of friendship. We're decades from needing to think about these things. Well, folks who follow the New York Times, this headline is, of course, just from 2 days ago, and this video is being recorded Friday, January 17th. And I want to say this is not a new phenomena, this idea of humans seeking companionship from AI. This is actually something that's been reported on for many years now. But the conversation, especially in education, we need to see more of it. Okay, so there is more to come, more conversation on companion AI. I hope those three resources help you and a family member or a friend just kickstart that conversation. If you've got questions about any of those resources, or you've got a question you would like to see me discuss in the series, there's my email. Thanks so much for watching.